So this past Saturday, Attack on Titan wrapped itself up on Cartoon Network. And upon finishing it, I realized two things. One, Captain Irwin is completely superfluous. And two, this was a really interesting dub cast. So I figure, what the hell, now that this dub's over, let's compare them and see who was top dog, America or Japan. Cue title scene! For those of you who don't know, I don't like Bryce Pavan. I thought he made an overall unbearably bad anime like Sword Art Online even worse. But he's amazing in this. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his shitty acting combined with Aaron's shitty writing. It somehow creates some sort of weird masterpiece. But he's excellent in this. He brings what I was looking for. He gives a sense of complexity to Aaron's character. Now again, the characters in this are very simple. But that's not the problem. What makes Aaron hard to do as a character is that he is such a simplistic and very annoying. Papenbrook is somehow able to make this sympathetic. Just in the way he does his tone and the way he does his delivery totally makes me buy this character, or at least enough that I can believe he exists, and it makes him more interesting and compelling. This is actually a voice performance that does more than the actual character's design or what you see him doing in the show. It totally wins me over and it makes the character work, so point goes to the English dub. With her, you sort of have the opposite problem with Aaron, where with Aaron you need to give emotion to a character who's not very easy to do that with. Here you need to keep the emotion out. She's someone who processes these things differently from the rest of us because of the dead parents. And in the original, that's where the points gotta go. The dub actress was fine. She definitely brought the intensity needed for the character and did an overall good job. But I felt that in the original Japanese, she had more of a coldness to her. There was a genuine intrigue to her where it was like, there's something about this girl and she is being sold by how cold and heartless she comes across, while at the same time being very caring for her friends. It's very robotic in the Japanese, the way she is towards everyone. You don't feel that she actually cares about Aaron. She feels she needs to because this is the closest thing she has to family. And I thought that was just presented better in the Japanese dub. I need to believe that he knows what he's doing and that people will go with him because he is the one presenting himself as a leader in that moment. In the Japanese version, he does. I felt almost like Armin sounded a lot younger, like he almost sounded 12 or 13, where in the English dub he sounds more age appropriate, but he sounds very wimpy, very crying, very annoying. And I just felt like even if he was the smartest person in the room, I still wouldn't believe him just because he doesn't have that presence. In the original, he does, because even though he sounds younger, he enters that realm of seriousness, that realm of confidence, that realm of believability that I just didn't get with the English dub. Still good though, especially with the annoying screaming. Overall, the Japanese actor to me just didn't really bring much to it. I felt like he wasn't that invested. I got this feeling that Levi wasn't really that involved or cared that much. Maybe that's the way he's directed, maybe that's the way he's going for. I just didn't really feel that if this guy was around, he'd grasp my attention in real life, because he didn't have a presence and he wasn't played by an actor who I thought made the character seem interesting. Matthew Mercer, on the other hand, does that. He is very interesting. When I hear Levi talk in the English dub, it feels almost like every line he's holding back his whole set of emotions. Like at any moment, one trigger could cause this guy to just go off on someone. You especially get that feeling towards the end with Captain Irwin, when Captain Irwin is by all accounts doing evil things or being very unemotional or clearly just showing that he doesn't value human life. And you really get the feeling Levi doesn't like that he doesn't trust Irwin, that maybe, I haven't read the manga, I don't know, will betray him or go against him. I didn't get that in the original Japanese dub. In the English dub, the character has such more level of complexity that is brought out, like I said with Aaron, through tone and presence and the way the lines are delivered. it makes the character more interesting and it makes me more invested in him. Remember, in something like this where not everyone gets a backstory, the way the actors deliver lines is very important. And this time around, I gotta go with America. On the one hand, I could have given it to John, who I felt actually had the most complete arc through this complete season. I could have given it to Captain Irwin, who at least is there. I don't know. Could have given it to Sasha, Annie. There's so many characters in this. But it kind of hit me they're really not relevant. Really, the only major characters are our main three and Levi, just because he is so popular and does do a lot. There are characters I really liked. I loved Hanji in both versions. I did like John in both versions. Connie was pretty good. There's all these characters, and I don't feel they get enough time to really do anything different in either version with these characters. So I decided to just judge them all in one section. And I've got to say, I'm going with the Japanese. Yeah, maybe you could say that just as a whole, all the other voices, all the other side characters, maybe it works better in the Japanese version because obviously script could work more closely with musical score or more closely with the animation department or the way the characters are designed, or maybe the writer was involved, I don't know. But the thing is, it did feel that in the original, there was more investment. It just felt like everything flew more natural. Where every time an extra or another character talked in the English dub, and again, look, no knock on the actors. Some of them get a lot of good moments, but then there were a lot of times where I felt like lines were forced, like they were just adding something for the sake of adding something. In the original, everything just flowed better. I never questioned what anyone was saying or what was going on around them. For the most part, except for things I brought up in the review, everything flowed very good. Here, though, it is random at times. It's kind of shaky and takes me out for a bit. What would you like me to check out next? In the comment section below, say if there are any dubs you'd like me to compare or your own thoughts on this dub. And as always, click to like and click to subscribe because eventually Season 2 will happen and I would like to talk about that.